Kemi Badenoch says mistakes were made by the Conservatives, including leaving the EU without a plan for economic growth outside of it. Failing to mention that she supported Brexit, was a minister in the Sunak and Truss governments, and an MP for 8 of the Tories' 14 years in power. Listen up.
I understand why the British people made it so clear in July that they wanted a change. We were making announcements without proper plans. We announced that we would leave the European Union before we had a plan for growth outside the EU. We made it the law that we would deliver net zero by 2050. And only after that did we start thinking about how we would do it. We announced year after year that we would lower immigration, but despite our efforts, immigration kept going up. Those mistakes were made because we told people what they wanted to hear first and then tried to work it out later. That is going to stop under my leadership.
Kemi Badenoch says a single mother told her how much she's been struggling with rising prices. It's just one thing after another. 2 things that caused rising prices: Brexit, which Badenoch campaigned for; the Truss mini-budget, whose cabinet Badenoch served in.
One lady, a single parent, told me just how much impact rising prices were still having. That it just seemed to be one thing on top of another, that nothing seems to be getting better, and it feels like no one is looking at it. Our country is tired of politicians promising the earth, but never having a plan to deliver it. They've seen it all before, and they aren't falling for it again.
We are a great country, but we have lost our way. The truth is that Britain is failing to compete in a world that is changing. Kemi Badenoch made her first major speech of 2025. She told, "From now on, we are going to be telling the British people the truth." What are your thoughts? Comment below, and thanks for watching.
We are a great country, but we've lost our way. The truth is that Britain is failing to compete in a world that is changing, and it is not working for its citizens, certainly not the way it used to. Back in the 1980s, it took just months to save up for a house deposit. Now, it is over a decade. And for many, the dream of owning a home is impossible. Jobs which didn't require a degree 20 years ago now need 2, loading up to £50,000 of debt on someone just starting out. One of my favorite quotes is from the economist Thomas Sowell. He says, "When you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear." The Conservative Party is under new leadership. From now on, we are going to be telling the British people the truth, even when it is difficult to hear. The truth about the mistakes we made, the truth about the problems we face, and the truth about the actions we must take to get our country out of this mess.